Guys, I don't know about you, but when I want to go see a horror movie, I tend to want to make sure that the horror movie actually scares me. Doesn't have a lot of nudity and gore, it and jump scares. I want it to be a movie that scares me, keeps me engaged for about 90 minutes, and hopefully I can say, "Hey, this was a good horror movie." Not with this one. How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a great day. If you guys would, hit the bell notification button and subscribe if you guys have not already. And make sure you guys select all for all notifications. That way you guys don't miss out on a single stream or video here on the channel. And as always, we're going to talk positives and negatives. And I just got out of seeing The Boogeyman from 2023. Apparently they had one come out in 2003, and there's been many other iterations of this film, and it's based on a Stephen King novel. Never read the book. I just watched the trailer. Decided to go see it for a $5 matinee at my local movie theater. It's been a long time since I've seen an actual horror movie. Not just in theaters, but just in general, a horror movie. Because a lot of horror movies, especially in the past 10, 15 years, have been bad. When I want to go see a horror movie, I want to see something that scares me, that doesn't have sex, nudity, tons of gore, and just violence and vulgar language for the sake of getting that R rating. Honestly, the last movie that I saw that was a great horror movie would be Smile. And if you haven't had a chance to watch this movie, highly encourage you guys to do so. One of the best movies I think that came out last year. And if you guys want to hear me talk more about Smile, I do have a review here on my channel. You can just go into the videos area. It should also be in the 2022 playlist of film reviews as well, so you guys can check it out there. But going back here to The Boogeyman, this movie came out here in 2023, and it's about an hour and 35 minutes long, and it feels longer. This movie feels like it's 2.5 hours long. This movie, unfortunately, guys, almost put me to sleep. I saw it with a friend of mine. I won't give his name away for secret and privacy reasons. But my friend and I went and saw this movie, and he was about to fall asleep too. He was like, "This is so boring." And, the problem with the fact that it was so boring is that there wasn't a lot of horror elements to it. Yeah, it has some, but it didn't seem to know what it wanted to do. It didn't know if it wanted to be a monster movie, if it wanted to be something that's, ooh, there's something in the darkness. It didn't know if it wanted to be a character piece with just certain sprinkled horror elements in there. It was trying to do a ton of stuff within basically 90 minutes, and basically nothing works. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be invested in the characters. Should I care about the fact that the main character's mom is dead, which is leading to the Boogeyman monster showing up? Should I care about the Boogeyman itself? Should I care about what happens to the main characters? Should I care about all these side characters the movie keeps introducing us to? Should I care about this and this and this? And it's just constantly throwing things at you over and over and over. And it's overwhelming. And because it gets so overwhelming, because you're so bombarded with new information and new stuff on a consistent basis, your brain just automatically has to shut off because you're just getting information download dump at the worst possible times. You can't process anything. Nothing is scary. Everything is so bare bones predictable. Everything is a horror movie trope, like the monster literally is under the bed. The monster is literally in the closet. The monster is literally right behind you. 3 times minimum in this movie. I can count at least 3 times where the monster, they literally say in the movie, "Don't move. The monster is behind you." Or a ball rolls up behind one of the main characters, and the monster is literally right behind the kid. Or the monster is literally right behind all 3 of the remaining characters, and it pushes over a bookshelf because they don't see it and they don't react fast enough, so they get smashed by the bookshelf when the monster pushes it over. That's at least 3 times I can recall. It's just horror movie tropes constantly. This movie doesn't break the mold. It doesn't do anything fresh and innovative. And it's just boring. Like, I literally was like this, sitting in the movie theater, and I was about to be like, I was about to tell my friend that was sitting next to me, I'm like, can you wake me up when something actually happens? Like, please. And what's astonishing is before I did this review video, I rewatched the trailer. I do that for most of the movies that I go and see before I do the review. I'll go and rewatch the trailer to see the trailer, give you a good synopsis of the movie or where certain things changed. I do that for most of my movies that I watch before I review. The trailer somehow is magically better than the movie. Like, the trailer is better than the movie. And I hate when that happens. I truly do, guys. But it's just the truth that the trailer is better than the actual movie. And I think there's like two parts in this entire film that I enjoyed. The scene where one of the main characters is working with this really old character, and she's a side character, and she sets up this room as a gigantic booby trap, and they're going to try to kill the boogeyman. And how this old lady has this room set up is it's set up with tripwires, so when the boogeyman walks on the tripwires, it's going to automatically set off all these pistols and shotgun shells that are set up perfectly so none of the human characters get injured, but only the boogeyman can, and they're going to try to get it to bleed and try to kill it at least. Well, of course, the plan goes awry, but the whole sequence of them doing that was cool. It's like, okay, they're going to try to kill the thing. They're not going to just keep trying to, investigate it and Scooby-Doo the shit out of the thing or just try to run away from it or call the police. They actually are trying to take care of the monster problem themselves. A+ for that, at least. At least they're using their brains in some capacity in this movie. And then the finale, where you actually do get to see the boogeyman, you actually see how the boogeyman kills its prey. I liked seeing that. You actually get to see what the boogeyman looks like in full form. A lot of times, horror movies will have it where you see maybe glimpses or snapshots or, just parts of the monster's face or something. You never get to see the monster for full detail. Again, Smile allows you to. This movie allows you to, but it's very, very brief, and it's towards the end of the movie. And lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is the ending. Unfortunately, I'm going to go into spoilers if you guys care here now. They don't ever kill the boogeyman. Even though they literally pour gasoline on the thing, they light it on fire, it's trapped in a house that is burning to the ground, the boogeyman somehow still survives, even though it's a monster. So towards the end, the thing is still alive, or there's just, another monster that's around. But I just, if they make a sequel to this, I have absolutely zero intention to going and seeing it, because this movie did not excite me, whatever. This movie bored me to tears. It nearly put me to sleep. If it wasn't for the fact that I was going to do this review video, I would have taken a nap in the movie theater. And I don't think... It's hard for me to fall asleep in the movie theaters. Not because of the sound and, audience reactions and stuff like that. But it's like, if your movie just is so boring, and this film, it's basically 90 minutes. This should have been like a straight-to-streaming movie. It should have been a straight-to-streaming movie. Or it should have been like a two-part little mini-series kind of TV episode kind of deal. Not a full-fledged movie. There's so much fluff in here that is just so boring. And I can't comprehend how they thought releasing a horror movie at the beginning of June. Literally, this is summertime. You're releasing a horror movie in the summer up against things of like The Little Mermaid, Transformers Rise of the Beast, The Flash, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. How in the world did you think your movie was going to somehow succeed among all this? And I'm like, we get another horror movie in July, Insidious, The Red Door, which is supposed to be the last chapter of the Insidious franchise. I'm actually excited to see that horror movie because I like Insidious 1, 2, and 3. I did not like 4. 4 was really violent. But like, you can have a horror movie come out during the summer, but don't release it when there's other blockbusters that are clearly going to overshadow your movie, and especially also when your movie is just boring. And that's what I'm going to keep saying if anyone ever asks me about this movie in the future. Did you like The Boogeyman from 2023? No, I found it boring, pointless, and I never have any intention to watch it again. I literally would rather cut grass. Alrighty, guys. With that, I'm going to give the movie a 2 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye, guys. Sorry about the fan in the background. It's 85 degrees right now. Bye.